My name's Nicole. I was a personal care assistant in a nursing home and I had a back injury during the course of my work there. In 2011, I had a slight injury to my back while I was cleaning in the facility. And then in 2012, I had a fairly major setback with my back to where I had to have a lysectomy done. There was fragments that were hitting my nerve lines and causing a lot of major problems with my walking, a lot of pain. And after the operation, I found that once that nerve was released, I did have relief, but I still do experience some pain in certain ways. Oh, yes, a major journey between doctors actually listening to what the problems are and taking note that it's my body and I know the way that it normally works, and having someone actually listen to your problems and having someone actually taking hold of the problems and doing something about the situation as well. I had the situation where I injured my back. In my back injury, my lower back of it actually hurt my upper spine as well. In the process, they sent me for nerve conduction tests and they told me I had carpal tunnel. So they did an operation on my hand for carpal tunnel and it didn't relieve any problems. With the operation, I actually got a major infection. So they had to go in a second time to operate. Then after all that, there was still no relief, and I still had the problems with my neck and my hand. To have someone listen and investigate to realise that it was actually nerve compression in my neck that was causing all the problems with my hand. So I had to go through the process of elimination in some way, which didn't help my recovery in the end. Socially, mentally, physically, it had a very big impact to a very active person, and find it very, very hard to slow down, very overactive, and to have this accident or the problems that I have now with my back and my neck. I find I seem to go like a bull at a gate, and I had to focus on settling down so I'm not aggravating the situation more, which was mentally was very hard to do, because when you're born at being hyperactive and doing things and then having to slow down, because I wasn't actually giving it time to slow down and relax. Instead, I was tensing it up all the time, which was causing more problems in the end. I found physio did help because it's keeping the body active and moving, and I realise that is a good major part in it. As much as I am limited in things that I can do, it doesn't mean that I can't do anything whatsoever, and I realise now that I do have to keep going, and there is certain things that you do have to do to stay with a healthy mind and a healthy body. I found the major thing that didn't work for me was the medication. If anything, it caused more problems. The side effects, I didn't like the side effects whatsoever at all. Everything from having to have a plate put into my teeth because I was grinding my teeth that bad that I'd actually fractured 2 of my teeth, and I had to have them removed and replaced, which I wasn't real impressed with that situation. But also the way the medication made myself feel with the drowsiness, blurred vision, always very lethargic, couldn't do anything, just suffering through depression because of that as well, and socially, not being able to do the social things that I used to be able to do, even coming down to doing hobbies like lead lighting. I find it very hard now being able to score glass and do the actual things that I need to do with my hand, and that was very hard too. I didn't have a lot of support, really. It was more, I don't want to be in this rut, and if I don't do something for myself, there's nobody out there that can do it for me. It's got to be something that I had to go through myself. And when it came to the medication, like I said, I really did not like the side effects. And I'm the type of person, I don't even medicate for a headache. I prefer to go to a dark room, lie down and get rid of the problem myself rather than medicating it. And I think I just strong-willed, very strong-willed. I didn't want to be left in a situation where I was unable to do and live a healthy life. Well, I was offered a position in the pain management system, and that really, really helped with to change my mind, the way I was thinking about the pain, and not so much targeting the pain all the time. It sets you to relaxation and different techniques to show you how to wind down the nervous system and to actually be able to cope with the fact that I'm probably never going to be able to get rid of the actual pain, but there are certain techniques, relaxation techniques, that you can go through to actually wind down the body's tension to relax you enough that you can handle the pace of what's happening. I do realise that I sort of got to snap out of it a little bit, that it's not the end of the world. Life does go on, and I can still walk, and I can still talk, and I can still do things that need to be done. I've just got to realise that I can't go at it like a bull at a gate, that I do have to take things slowly, and I do have to realise that I am limited with certain things, and I think that's what they sort of taught me through the pain management that has helped with that as well, because it is very much, I think, a mindset as well. And if you're constantly thinking about the pain, then you're never going to have a relief. And I think it does have a lot to do with the way you're perceiving the pain that you're in and how you handle that as well. Based on my experience and my journey, I found it's extremely important to have a good support system, to find someone that you can talk to about your problems, because keeping inside does not help the situation at all. You need to release, you need to get it out. Having a good rapport with your doctor and being able to talk to your doctor, and having a doctor that'll actually sit and listen to your problems and take it in and not just blindside the situation. I think that's another extremely important, but definitely having somebody there to be able to go through with it, whether it be someone in the same situation or just a family member or a close friend, or a social worker, somebody that you feel that you can be comfortable enough with to be able to let it out as well. And everybody has a different experience when they experience pain. Some people can have the same injury and one person isn't suffering where the other is. It depends on, I suppose, whether there's nerve damage or the different situations in a person's life to the outcome of what's happening, where the pain management helped me see that as well. You overcompensate from one to the other, and then by doing that, you actually put your body out of alignment, which isn't, good for the spine to start with. So making sure good body posture and taking all that into consideration as well. Majority of the time I'll start off with just a few nice, deep, easy breaths just to get an oxygen flow through the body, and just to take it easy for that time. And I mean, there's certain like vacuuming, things like that around the house. Instead of doing the whole house at one go, I sort of take it room by room, have a little break, have another go at it, rather than just doing it all at once, and making sure that it's not overexerting the nervous system as well. The negative thoughts used to be regular up until I realised that the way I think about the pain is going to cause more problems. If I realise that the pain is there, but there is things that can be done to wind down that tension in, whether it be the nervous system or just feeling awkward that day, not feeling right, to take it easy more than anything, just realising that I have got limits that I have to set myself to, and trying not to overexert the limits that I have. Now I realise that the brain does react to that calming relaxation, and it does help just take a lot of tension release, just through very easy breathing exercises or just certain movements within the body. And then I found that, yeah, it's not such hogwash after all. All these terrible toxins that they put into your body, that's all they are. They're doing nothing but masking the situation. You actually have to target the problem, and majority of the time not always everybody, but it is a mindset as well. And it's very hard for the mind to click off that the pain has stopped. Once it's said, it is very hard for it to. And it's being able to more or less retraining your brain to take the pain a different way, to being able to accept the pain as well, and being able to tolerate it, rather than a medication. Please don't medicate. It also depends on the injury as well. Like these days, bulging discs, a lot of people won't touch a bulging disc because it can be just a genetic thing, or it can be just overexertion in the body, and they find that most people from a certain age on do have a degree of bulging disc. And I think it's more just once it's affecting a nerve or the actual quality of life of that person, that the surgery really is necessary. Being, I don't know, I want to say the word pissed off, and being depressed, there's two different things. And it wasn't so much that I don't think I was actually suffering from a depression. I was more angry at the situation that was going on around my body and about my activities and my lifestyle now, the change that it impacted on my lifestyle, and that there was a big difference. And I actually had someone say that one day to me, and it was like a big relief, a major relief to go, yes, you get it. You actually get it. I don't think I'm depressed. I think I'm more agitated than anything. I realised in the end that the depression was bringing on more pain than I actually needed to, through a mindset position. Once I realised that I was more angry than depressed, then the pain did actually start to subside as well, because I think I wasn't so wound up, and the negative feelings weren't as rampant. I realised in my situation that with my pain, I could feel that it was working like a domino effect. to where as much as I had pain in my back and I had problems with my back, it was running down through my legs. I was having problem with my knees because I was limping. I was favouring one side, and then I'd find that I'd end up having problems with my other side. It was affecting my sleep because I was so wound up of a night time that I couldn't actually wind down enough to be able to get to sleep. Also, it was affecting everything from, it was giving me headaches. It was like the other things that go along with that problem. It's phenomenal. You know, you think it's back pain, but it's not. It affects your legs. It affects the way you walk. It affects so many different parts of your body that it's not just that one area that it targets.